Dylan hasn't had Subway in over a decade, so we decided to make a sandwich together. He told me that he wanted steak, marinara sauce, and cheese, which I had no idea was a thing, but it looked really good in the end. I hope you liked it, Dylan. You made this sandwich.
I said, yeah, you went first.
It's pretty good. I got sauce all over my hands. What do you think, Subway?
It's good.
It's good, right?
This is my favorite bread. I love this.
Me and my girlfriend are pretty obsessed with boba tea, and this boba place right next to my Subway actually offered to teach me and Dylan how to make boba tea. So I decided to make a green apple boba tea with some strawberry pop bubbles. I know I dropped the last ball of ice cream at Cold Stone when Dylan was making it, but at least this one I ended up catching. The people at that Cold Stone were super nice to us too, and it's really crazy how they let Dylan get behind the counter and make some ice cream. So I just got a job at a place and I made a famous thin pizza, and I turned around to put my pizza in the box, and when I turned back around, the pizza was gone. The strange man with the camera was back and he stole my pizza this time. I made the famous thin pizza from Angeloni's in Caldwell, New Jersey. Dave Portnoy gave this slice of pizza an 8.8, which is pretty impressive. And it was actually a lot easier to make than I thought. Thank you guys for having me and Dylan. Sauce pour at Subway is just something else. You get yourself a nice bag of the sauce from the back and just pour it into a fresh bottle. Oh, it makes me feel some type of way. I would literally only work at Subway to pour sauces if I'm being honest. Have you ever lied to a customer before? Okay, there was this one time where there was one piece of Italian herbs and cheese bread left, and I was craving an Italian herbs and cheese sandwich, but a customer came in and I had to tell him we're out of Italian herbs and cheese bread because I wanted that piece of bread. And then he looked so sad, so I was like, you know what? I have one in the back, and I gave him mine. A fan of the videos came into my Subway and got me a 12-pack of this drink. It's called Loganberry. I didn't even know this was a fruit, but he said it's the most famous thing to come out of Buffalo, New York, and I gotta say, it was delicious. When I was younger, I was so dumb. I literally thought that the little tree things that hang in a car to make it smell better were candy. So I used to always take it off of my mom's car's mirror, and thank goodness I never tried eating it, but ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to play with Coke and Mentos, and my brother actually tried convincing me once by telling me you have to do it in the toilet. So one day I started pouring Coke into the toilet, and I was about to drop some Mentos in it, and a mom came in and screamed, "No!" She told me the toilet would blow up. So I walked into a random Subway and tried to pay with cookies, and this is how it went. We did a charity thing with Subway. We have extra cookies. Do you want these?
We cannot buy like outside anything. The Subway rules.
No, it's not buying, it's free. It's a Subway.
You don't buy
You're good. Don't worry, okay? Have a great day, guys, okay? They were so confused. So you guys loved the Coke and Mentos video? So I want to show you guys what happens when you mix baking soda into ketchup. So we pour a little baking soda in, and basically it just makes a ketchup shooter. This thing literally squirts. When I was a little kid, I would always kick around balls. I literally thought I would be the next Cristiano Ronaldo when I was playing soccer. And that dream slowly died when the coach of the soccer team told me I wasn't going to make it. We had extra cookie dough that we weren't going to end up using, so we gave it to a head shop right next to the Subway that rejected us. The owners of the head shop actually ended up offering us some edible gummies. I call this the Wacky Slush. We literally take every single soda in the soda machine and we just put it into a cup. My 8-year-old self would be so proud. And no, I didn't take a sip. So a customer asked for just bread, and they asked me to cut it in half, and when I turned around, this strange man with a camera around his neck just took it from me. Today was Dylan's first day working at Subway, and I gotta say, he's a lot better than I thought he would be. We basically had him make a customer's BMT sandwich. Shout out to the gang for letting him make it. 2 nights ago, I went to Wendy's with my girlfriend to get a Frosty. Because, you know, Subway doesn't have ice cream. I mean, come on, Subway. And as I was going through the drive-thru, the person at the drive-thru window told me, "Wait, aren't you Milad?" And I go, yes, but don't tell Subway. And the man gave me the Frosties for free. I wanted to pay so badly, but he just wouldn't let me. Daniel, if you're out there watching this, shout out to you. You're a lovely human being. I started longboarding like a year ago. One of my friends actually gave me a longboard for a really good deal, so I had to take it. And it's got to be one of my favorite activities to do now. It's like whenever I'm bored, that's literally my go-to. Just longboarding down my street or going to like the local shop and just getting something to eat. It's just such a good way to pass time, and it's low-key a pretty good workout if you're pushing it. One of my favorite things to do as a kid was to kill the weeds. Okay, that might have been a little aggressive. But there were always usually cracks on the sidewalk near my house, and I would just use the weed killer to, like, get it. I felt like Thanos snapping his finger when I was doing that, even though Thanos wasn't a thing back then. But yeah, pumping that thing and then just spraying it made me feel so powerful. I don't know why. My mom used to always tell me to water the plants as a kid, and I never realized that using a hose at full force actually kills the plants. So I used to always just full force a hose into the plants, and they would die like 2 days later. I'd be like, I have no idea why that happened. Now I know to use less water pressure when I'm watering the plants. If not Subway, what is your go-to sandwich place? Honestly, if I'm not eating at Subway and I'm in the mood for a sandwich, my go-to is going to be to either go to my mom or my dad and ask them to make me a sandwich. I've never really eaten at any other sandwich place, I'm going to be honest. I'm sure a lot of them are good and everything, but it just wouldn't make sense for me to eat somewhere else besides home or at our Subway. You guys were roasting me because I didn't use soap while I was cleaning my car. So, okay, I use soap when I'm cleaning my car. I got this little hand buddy thing that I started wiping down the car with, and then I just sprayed it. You know, I was just hosing it down for this purpose of a video, but I guess you guys wanted a thorough car wash, so I provided. When I was 14, I had the first pieces of hair on my face, and that day I went home and tried to shave using a razor, and I never thought that I had to put shaving cream on my face, so I literally chopped my face up. Fast forward 7 years later, I still have no idea how to shave. So many people have been commenting about how I'm not posting videos at Subway right now. I'm on vacation right now, and I figured I'd love to just make content whenever I can for you guys. I mean, if I have so much to say about Subway, don't you think I have a lot more to say about the rest of the world? But some of you are just leaving such mean comments, and honestly, it makes me just not know what to do. But don't worry, Subway's not going anywhere. Every few years, me and my family always clean out our house and take out all the old clothes that we don't wear anymore. And we give it all away to charity, Goodwill, wherever we can. I think if you have old clothes that you don't wear, it's so important to give it away to others. Because there are people that literally don't have clothes on their backs that could really use it. And it's super easy. They literally handled the whole process for us. A lot of my family love extra crispy cookies, so I decided to make some for them. As you can see, they're completely black. Even after 5.5 years of working at Subway, I still mess up with the small things like making cookies. So if you mess up, don't sweat it. Ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to play with Coke and Mentos, and my brother actually tried convincing me once by telling me you have to do it in the toilet. So one day I started pouring Coke into the toilet, and I was about to drop some Mentos in, and a mom came in and screamed, "No!" She told me the toilet would blow up. So I walked into a random Subway and tried to pay with cookies, and this is how it went. We did a charity thing with Subway. We have extra cookies. Do you want these?
We cannot buy like outside anything because Subway rules.
No, it's not buying, it's free. It's a Subway.
You don't buy.
You're good. Don't worry, okay? Have a great day, guys, okay? They were so confused.